Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the FM Reboot. It's episode number 22, and today we've got two massive games in the Champions League and the Premier League as we face Celtic at home in match day 3 of Group D, and then a Midlands derby against Aston Villa at Molineux as well. Before we get to the games though, shall we always be getting on off camera? So of course, in the last episode we had our 3-0 victory over Leicester in the Premier League, then the 2-1 win in the opening night of the Champions League group stage away in Amsterdam against Ajax. 3 games in a run off camera, 1 win and 2 draws. We began with the win, 3-0 in London against West Ham, where it was the Adama Traore show. He had a subpar season last year, but this season it's hashtag revenge season for our Speedy Spaniard. Scored our first 2 goals, the second one, lovely little free ball by Buendia as he made it 2-0, and then he returned the favour to Emmy for our third goal with 40 minutes to go. His deflected effort turned in by the Argentine for his second goal for his new club. And following that, back-to-back 1-1 draws, first in match day 2 in the Champions League group against Borussia Dortmund. Missing our Mexican striker, Jude Bellingham gave the Germans the lead right before the break. Coming back to England as a Birmingham boy, he would have loved to have scored the goal against Wolves, but 10 minutes to go in the game, still trailing by a goal. Got to be honest here, very fortunate goal, but based on the bad luck we've had in this series, I think we deserved it. Dan Axel Zagadu's tackle went straight into the path of Fabio Silva as the youngster turned in our leveller. And following that 1-1 draw away at Bournemouth, when you talk about luck, this is what I mean. Took the lead through one of those sensational solo goals from Adama Traore, his third goal in 2 in the Premier League, and I think fourth goal in 3 in the Premier League as well, making it 1-0. And then Bournemouth got the leveller right after the restart, and then we had 2 disallowed goals in the final 8 minutes. First Jimenez and then Podence. 2 disallowed goals through VAR. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous what we come to expect in a save so far. So in the Premier League, as you can see on the back of the win and the draw, we're in the top 4 for now. 8 games in, awful long way to go though. Very decent start, but again, don't read too much into this. There's a long way to go. Sorry, and in the Champions League as well, I've got to show you this. As you can see, after the draw against... is there a way just to do Group D? There we go. After the draw against Borussia Dortmund, we are the top 2. But this is why today's game is so big, because Celtic are only a point behind. Ajax right now after the worst start with 2 defeats in their first 2. If Celtic win this, then halfway through the group, we'll be behind them by 2. And they'll have the better head-to-head record as well. But if we win this, we'll go 4 points clear and have the better head-to-head record. So yeah, massive game for both teams here. I think Dortmund are the favourites to top it. No one's going to deny that. But I think it's going to be us versus Celtic. Well, as things stand, it seems that way, for who ends up qualifying alongside the Germans. So into the game, as you can see, one injury. Otasowie is down with a groin strain. Otherwise, everyone else is fine. And this will be our team. We've got Patricio in goal. But for Brandon Williams, Cody, Big Chris and Semedo, and Neves and Forsby through the middle. Traore and Trincao, the inside forwards, with Buendia supporting Raul Jimenez back from suspension up top. On the bench, Bettinelli, Bolly, Roberts, Ward-Prowse, Podence, Neto, and Fabio Silva as well. So first of the 2, it's Celtic. Massive game here at Molineux. Come on, Wolves. Yeah, I'm surprised Ajax have got off to back-to-back defeats to begin the group. Like, don't get me wrong, there's no easy game out of 6 in this group. Every game is going to be a tough one, but I thought Ajax would at least have a point to their name by now, not lose the first 2, and with Borussia Dortmund, their third opponent as well, they could be struggling mightily at the halfway point if they lose that one as well. Still, first highlight coming 12 minutes in again, massive game here. A draw is not a bad result, but a win would be huge. Traore, man of the season so far, bends it off target. Body language is decent, nothing negative to report on that regard. Being the better team thus far, Celtic yet to have a shot. So again, fail to take our chances in this one and win this game. And I'll be very disappointed, because going back to Scotland for match day, is it 4 or 5? We've got to think it's match day 4. Oh, Traore should have got another to his red-hot form lately. Then we could be in a bit of bother. If Celtic win that game, we definitely will be. Still 0-0 here, though. And at the moment, Celtic haven't caused us a problem. We've not exactly been too imposing ourselves. I say we're not doing badly. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. But yeah, been slightly disappointing. I thought we'd really start taking the game to Celtic at some point. As of yet, that's not happened. I said in the last episode I have been starting games off at a higher tempo. I think that has been beneficial to us when going forward. But for now, still deadlocked. And as Buendia wins it back, I really feel we've got to up the pressure and the intensity in the second half and get that breakthrough. Trincao's cross cleared and Semedo picks up. Come on. Trincao down this right, Semedo on the overlap, and he'll find him as the Portuguese right side pairing link up. Nelson crosses. Oh, he's too good. Back to his best. 7 already. Wolves in front. Last season, Adama Traore scored 5 goals all season long. This year, He's got 7 already. 7 for Traore already this season. He's already got 2 more than he had in the entirety of last campaign. Wolves in front, and as things stand, we're going top of the group. Long way to go though, so let's just calm ourselves down a little bit. Celtic yet to get going, but they're going to have to now in the second half if they want to get back in this game and avoid a big defeat here at Molineux. But after a poor pass, there's a chance for a break, and once this guy picks the ball up, oh, surely... Oh, we'll take it. After what happened against Bournemouth, we'll take it. We deserved that. 2-0 Wolves, but blimey, that was lucky. Yeah, after the game against the Cherries, where we had 2 disallowed goals in the final 8 minutes, let's just say, well, it's a common phrase, luck will balance itself out. It certainly does there. Jimenez's first shot blocked, with a rebound deflects right into his path, and he turns it in to the open goal. 2-0 Wolves, I think we're going to be okay. Again, the significance of this result is that if we don't lose in the reverse fixture in Glasgow, then we'll finish up with the better head-to-head record, which is what it's decided on after points in the Champions League. Trincao bends one just wide the post. That means that Celtic, really, you'd think, being 4 points behind as well, will need to win that game. Otherwise, I don't think they'll be able to make up the ground as Ward-Prowse. Oh, what a save! And Cody kept the chance alive, but Celtic clear. What a save! How on earth did he get across his line so quickly to make that save? Not entirely sure, but Jimenez is through. There is our third, and that will do it. Big win at Molineux, and that is huge in terms of qualification and the head-to-head record as well. Celtic will now need to beat us by 3 or more clear goals in the reverse fixture in Scotland. Otherwise, we will have the better head-to-head record against them. And being 4 points clear of them now already, that puts us in amazing position. And to be honest here, I'm kind of hoping as we'll process through the evening kickoffs or the nighttime kickoffs even now together, I'm hoping that Dortmund do beat Ajax, because that'll mean us two will have quite a bit of separation on both the Scots and the Dutch side as well. So as we'll process through together, the game's getting played 8 PM, and we shall see that Dortmund did indeed beat Ajax. And to be honest, whilst we might be head-to-head with them right now in terms of qualifying top of the group, I don't mind where we finish first or second. So for me, this is totally fine indeed. We're halfway through the group, we're in second place, we're 4 points clear of Celtic, and we're 7 clear of Ajax as well. I think we're now 1 win away from guaranteeing qualification, and we can do that in Scotland on match day 4. We're almost there. So moving on, and it is indeed the second and final game today. Aston Villa, Midlands derby here at Molineux, and a big chance here to go second in the table and put the pressure on the league leaders Manchester United after a very decent start to the season. Let's keep it going here in the Premier League. Since the game, a few changes on the back of the win against Celtic, and this will be our lineup. True and goal. Back four is now like Nuri, Eric Bailly, Big Chris and Semedo, with Neves and Forsby, the dynamic duo through the middle. Traore and Neto, the inside fours, and Emi Buendia supporting Jimenez up top. And for Emi Buendia, by the way, excellent start for him since coming in for 36.5 mil. On the bench, Bettinelli, Cody, Williams, Ward-Prowse, Trincao, and Silva as well. Second and final one. Let's keep the good run of form going here, and another unbeaten stretch extended. Come on, Wolves. That's been a relatively decent start for Wolves. We are where we want to be right now in 4th place. But what I will say is this: there's always a slump during the season at some point. It's not come yet, but you know, there's always a chance. It's right around the corner when you go into really good form. First chance falling 40 minutes in. Neto on the move down the right, going all the way and off the post. What a run. Solo runs in this year's FM. I swear, you see an awful lot of them where players pick the ball up from inside their own half and go coast to coast. Anyway, halfway through the first half, it's all Wolves at the moment statistically, but still deadlocked. Traore picks it up and right on cue. Here we go again. Instead, this time chooses to offload to Rao. And with Jimenez holding it up, he'll give it back to Traore. Almost goal number 8. Side netting, still 0-0. Well, Wolves in the first half though, so no need to go harsh on the boys at the break. I'll put my hands on my hips in a nice feminine start to say we're not doing badly at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. Second 45 to go, still deadlock, but surely that breakthrough's coming. Throw, Wolves, Nuri, Traore, Emi Buendia, back to Ruben Neves, and Neto heads in, and there it is, the breakthrough. It's going to come at some point, and again, I always say this, and I truly do believe it's the best way to get a response out of you boys. At half time, if you're doing well, just haven't taken a chance yet, don't go harsh, always be very understanding and lenient, because I genuinely do believe that being kind is the right thing to do. When you're playing alright, just haven't had the rub of the green. Wolves 1-0 up, Pedro Neto with a goal. So not exactly the most action-packed of games, as both teams are now temporarily reduced to 10 after a collision between Neto and Sanson. But if we find a second, that will do it. Forsby on the ball as his cross block, but Semedo picks up the loose one. And now as Neves finds Ward-Prowse, Silva bends wide. And I think that's probably going to do it. Aston Villa hadn't registered a single shot on target in the entire game. And in the end, it remains that way for the entire 95, 96, almost 97 minutes. Wolves 1 Villa 0. Not the most action-packed of Midlands derbies, but a win regardless. 3 points in the bag, and we'll keep the pressure on the boys at the top. Where's that put us now? Second? Second indeed. No, I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself here. It's been a very decent start, don't get me wrong, but there's an awful, awful long way to go, and the majority of teams have games in hand as well. Not even a quarter of the way through the season yet. Just keep it calm. Decent start, but let's just keep it calm. But that was this episode of the FM Reboot, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Myself to you. Have a fantastic day. And I think what we'll do is we'll miss out match day 4 against Celtic in Glasgow. If we win it, then the qualification's in the bag. But if we lose it, it will make match days 5 and 6 very interesting indeed. So based on what happens here, we'll do match day 5 against Leeds and Ajax in the Champions League. If we win though and qualification's in the bag, then we'll come back with the final group game, which will probably settle who finishes top and who finishes second. Plus maybe Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the FM Reboot very soon.